Good afternoon. I'm Chief of Detectives Joseph Kenny. I'm joined with Assistant Chief Charles McAvoy, Commanding Officer, Patrol Borough Brooklyn South, and Deputy Chief Rohan Griffin, Commanding Officer of the Force Investigation Division. I'm here to provide an update regarding an officer-involved shooting which occurred earlier this afternoon in the Flatland section of Brooklyn. This information I'm about to provide is preliminary and is subject to change as this investigation is only a couple of hours old. Today, at approximately 1:49 p.m., two detectives from the 6th Precinct Detective Squad were working in civilian clothes, driving an unmarked car eastbound on Avenue K in the vicinity of Utica Avenue when they observed two males involved in a verbal dispute. The two detectives exited their vehicle and immediately identified themselves. They then walked toward the altercation, and while trying to separate the two males, one of the detectives noticed that one of the males was holding a box cutter in his right hand. The detectives gave clear and repeated verbal warnings for the subject to drop the weapon. The subject refused to comply with this directive. The male then walked away from the detectives around the car in an attempt to re-engage in this altercation. At this point, the subject was still displaying the box cutter in his right hand. The detective then placed himself between both parties, attempting to keep them separated. The subject continued to advance on the detective and the second individual with the same box cutter out in his right hand. The subject closed the distance between several feet toward the detective. The detective then was forced to discharge one round from his firearm, striking the subject in his torso. The detective immediately requested response from EMS and additional officers. Uniformed officers responded to the scene quickly and performed first aid on the subject. He was removed to Kings County Hospital by ambulance, where he is currently listed in critical condition. Our detectives were moved to an area hospital for evaluation. This entire incident was depicted on security cameras from a building located in the vicinity. This investigation is ongoing and will be handled by our Forced Investigation Division. I will now take any questions.
Wait till I point to you. Any question? Chief, how many shots fired?
One shot fired.
Andrew?
How delicate a situation is it for a detective if somebody's wielding a box cutter? Do they perceive it as an imminent threat, or what's the training there in terms of deciding to fire?
This person came within 3 to 4 feet of our detective with a box cutter out in his hand, refused numerous directives to drop the weapon, so the officer felt that he was an immediate threat to himself and to the person this subject was originally trying to stab. He has 3 incidents involving mental illness where the police department came in contact with him. This took place 1 incident in 2018, 2 incidents in 2017. The incident, what we see from video, is the first male is operating a white BMW. He's driving eastbound on Avenue K. The victim, the perpetrator that ends up getting shot, is standing on a street corner. As the car passes, it appears he throws an object at the car, causing the operator of that vehicle to stop, and then they engage in a dispute.
So they didn't know each other?
Did not know each other. This was unprovoked.
Any other questions? Good afternoon. Yes, there was a department vehicle accident on the corner of Schenectady Avenue and Avenue K, and that is still under investigation by the Force Investigation Division.
Is the thought that they were on their way here and involved in backing up what was unfolding at this situation?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
Is the thought that that accident, the officers were on their way to assist at this scene here?
That's still under investigation by Force Investigation Division.
All right, thank you, everyone.